Shalom. All right, what I wanted to deal with today is the new moon. No, the Sabbath. The Sabbath, we have two different doctrines. We have the Lunar Sabbath keepers, and we have the Friday to Saturday Sabbath keepers. And then we have people who tell us to just choose a day. So who's right? Now, this is my take on these events. Okay, Lunar Sabbath. You have, let me look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but you have the first day, which is the new moon, right? Then you have one working day, 2 working days, 3 working days, 4 working days, 5 working days, 6 working days, and then you have a new moon. Then you have 1 working day, 2 working days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 working days, 6 working days, and then you have not a new moon, Sabbath, sorry. Then you have the 15th, that's the Sabbath. You have 1 working day, 2 working days, 3 working days. Oh, wait, let me go back. The 15th would be the full moon, according to the Sabbath day keepers. Then you have the 19th. Okay, let's start there. You have the 19th, which is the the fourth working day. Then you have the 20th, 6th, 21st, 7th, and you have the 22nd. That is the fourth Sabbath, according to Sabbath day keepers. Now, there's some Sabbath day keepers that believe that the new moon is, why does this keep going off? The new moon is itself a Sabbath, which means that you do not work, you do not carry any burden, you do not light any fires, and some people would say that you stay close to home. That would continue for the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd. Now, there are some people who say that the new moon is a day that is celebrated, but is not a Sabbath, meaning that you work that day. However, you see that day as very important because that brings in your 6 days of work and then your 7-day Sabbath and continues on from there, right? Now, that's beautiful and it works perfect up until the 22nd, because the 22nd is a Sabbath. You go to the 23rd, that is a working day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would work perfect if the 29th was a Sabbath. However, once you get to the 30th, which is another working day, you will eventually, because each moon day is roughly about 29.5 days. So the 0.5 will take you to the day after the 30th, or the night of the 30th, which takes you to the next Sabbath. So you have a Sabbath here, then you have a working day, then you have another Sabbath. Now there are those people who say that the 30th is a transitional day. And then you go to the next day, which would be the 1st, and that equals the Sabbath. You have 2 different schools of thought on the transitional day. The transitional day is a continuation of the Sabbath. So it goes before the Sabbath, but it is still a part of the Sabbath, but it is a separate 24-hour period. You have some people who say that essentially this Sabbath is 48 hours, right? Okay. So with that, we're going to go back and look at, okay, can I even do it? I got to wait until this disappears, I guess. So we're going to go back and look at what it says in the scriptures. The Sabbath day observed. Exodus 16:22. And it came to pass that on the sixth day, let's go back up a little bit. And they gathered it, meaning it, go back up a little bit. What is it? They're talking about the manna, but we'll point it out just so we know, or rather, the bread. And in the morning, bread to the full. Oh, let's go back up. Let's see. So on the 15th day of the second month after their departure out of the land of Egypt, the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For you have brought us forth unto this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. And then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you. So that was the beginning. I will rain bread from heaven for you. And then there was quail. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, It is manna, for wilt not what it is. And Moses said unto them, This is bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. Gather it every man according to his eating, a omer for every man according to the number of your persons. Take ye man for them which are in his tent. And the children of Israel did so and gathered some more, some less. All right, so some of them gathered too many, and then some of them kept it over to the next day, and it got worms. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the sixth day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said unto them, This is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe that which you will seethe. And which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until morning. And they laid it up until morning, as Moses bade. And it did not stink, neither was there any worms therein. And Moses said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord. So 6 days ye shall gather it. This is 26. But on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. Okay, so what we have here is, and it came to pass, well, let's continue, 27, and it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the seventh day to gather, and they found none, of course. So, the 29th, see for that the Lord hath given you the Sabbath, therefore he given you on the sixth day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place, let no man go out of his place on the seventh day. So the people rested on the seventh day. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and it taste of it was like wafers made with honey. Okay, so that is the Sabbath in a nutshell, right? Now, the issue is we go back to the calendar and we have, once again, let's go through it. Their day, lunar Sabbath day, new moon equals the first Sabbath. Some people call it a Sabbath, some people don't. But let's just, for the sake of this, call it the first Sabbath of the month. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That lands you on the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That lands you on the 15th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let me see. All right. 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, wait. 5, 6, 7. That lands you on the 22nd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if the 28th is not a Sabbath, then you go to the 30th. So you have from the 22nd, that's 1. No, from the 22nd, that's the Sabbath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we get another Sabbath. So you have an 8th day in your final week. Okay, so that does not align with 6 days. The manna shall fall, and on the 6th day you collect double or more than you do on the other days in order to hold it over for the Sabbath. And then you rest on the Sabbath, and then you start it all over again, right? It doesn't match up. Now, the way they explain it, like I said, they consider the 20, well, they don't even consider this a Sabbath. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days until the next Sabbath, which is here. And when you have that Sabbath, you're going to have 8 days. So that cannot be right just on the basis of this, because what does the manna do on the 30th? On these days, it does not fall. The 22nd, okay, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, it does not fall at all. But on, goodness, this thing. But on the 23rd, 24th, 5th, 6th, goodness, 26th, 27th, and 28th, it does fall. And then on the 29th, we don't know what goes on, because even if this is a Sabbath, we know on the 30th, we don't know what goes on the 30th, because it either falls or it doesn't fall. But this day, it neither falls or neither doesn't fall. And then we go back to when it doesn't fall, and then we continue on. So this is the problem with the lunar Sabbath. Now, what we go to is